onto the inside arm. Leave yourself a couple of inches at the bottom, right over and underneath the arm. Again, leave an inch or two at the top there. Again, making sure to pin nice and straight. Get the weave going nice and straight. So pin from front to back towards the wing, like so. Fold the fabric down nice and tight. Pin down there. Same at the front. Nice and tight, no excess fabric anywhere, nice and tight. Pin down there. Fold the fabric to the bottom of the wing. Tight into the wing. Like so. So we've folded the fabric back nice and tight. We're now looking for where the pins are coming down, where the pins, basically where the inside arm meets here. We just need to cut in to 1/4 of an inch, like so. So that bit of the arm will be joining to the bottom of the wing, but we'll sort that out later. So now we've eased this fabric here, just still nice and tight up towards the bottom of the wing. Fold it back, and now we can mark the bottom of the wing there, and we can snip so we just snip in to just before where the curve is. Then that one will now release the fabric around the back. So as you can see, again, we're nice and tight into the bottom of the wing, so we can pop a notch there and a notch there. So we know we need to match these two. When we've added the seam on the cutting table, we'll make notches here and we need to match them. So we've released the fabric. That little cut into the corner there has now released the fabric to come around this front bit. All we need to do now is make sure the fabric's running nice and level, smooth towards the back, and just, again, we're just drawing the line. And now we can just snip away at this line, like so. That now releases the fabric to get even tighter, because we're kind of going in and around, so we can get tighter into there. So again, another little snip, another little marker, should I say. A few more snips. That allows us to go even further into this angled bit at the back of the arm. So we now have got a perfect fit around here. So now we're onto this piece. We know this is all level, so stick a pin in there just to make sure we don't pull it out of position. Fold the fabric back, and now all we're doing now is the same as we did on the inside back. So we come in from this kind of angle, and we're going to come in to 1/4 of an inch from the inside back, matching to the shape that we cut in earlier. So this piece now needs to be cut the same as this piece. So you can basically just copy that down to the bottom. Once you're at the bottom, angle away. So we've cut into this same spot, so we know it matches up nicely. So we've cut into that area. That now releases the fabric to come up and into the inside back there. So same again, tight, very tight up into the back there. Chop that off. And we now know we've cut into the angle there, release the fabric to come around. That's now sitting perfectly into this area. We're going up and around into this area. So we now know that we've got a nice, very nice fit here. A very difficult chair to do, but if you follow this method, you're guaranteed to get a really good tailored fit. So finally, just pop a notch there to there. So we know that because we're going to have the seam allowances all around here, so you can put plus seams, plus seam. So that will be turned into a notch on the cutting table, and we can just pop another notch here from the inside arm to the wing. So when we sew all this in, as long as we match the notches, we know we're going to get this really nice fit around this area. Like I say, a very, very difficult chair to do. A lot of people just get this bit wrong, struggle with this bit, and they kind of end up with the cover going straight up and it just doesn't take in the shape. This way, we're guaranteed to get that perfect fit. Bottom of the inside arm, tight into the bottom where it meets the seat, the arm. I just do that I'll add my seam allowance there, like so. And then I just need to add my tucking. All the way to the end. Just put a little marker there just so I know that's plus seam. So I'm just going to come in a fraction there. So I'm just checking everything matches up down here, so we're matched up nice and on the line there, matches the line here from the inside back, so I know that it's all going to sew in and around with no problems down here. So now we know the inside's all correct. We're coming to the outside of the arm, smoothing the fabric over, just pin underneath the arm. Nice and tight under the arm. Just draw into where the inside arm meets the outside arm. We can chop away the excess fabric. And now we just need to make sure the wing's still straight. Stick a pin at the bottom there. And we're just picking up the outside wing to the inside arm. Again, nice and tight, taking away any excess fabric, and we're pinning that all the way underneath. So it's nice and tight underneath the arm. And now we can trim off, leaving our seam allowance, and just pop a notch on there. So we know the inside arm here is joining to the outside wing. I'm just going to put a little tiny tuck underneath the arm because I've just got a little bit of excess fabric. So I'm just putting a little dart underneath here just to take away the excess fabric, which is there. The rest of it's nice and smooth. So again, we're just underneath, tight against the outside arm, bottom of the wing, all the way to the back of the arm. And we can lose the excess. So we'll know we need to add the seam on the bottom, plus seam, plus seam. And also we're going to sew Velcro into the cover. So we'll staple the opposite side of the Velcro to the chair underneath the arm here, so we get a really nice tight fit under here. So again, you can just put an arrow down there and just put Velcro, just so we don't forget when we come to sew the covers together. Same on the back of the wing, plus seam, plus Velcro.